Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who since 1995 has kept a jar of red pepper flakes on his person. It's Nick Riak.
You have to. In today's age, you have to. Some people thought I was crazy, but no,
You know
I'm
what's
right where I need to be.
you know what's great about red pepper flakes is
Mhm.
sometimes when people are defending themselves, they'll pull out a weapon, a pipe, a bat, a knife, a gun, and it's threatening. You can go to jail, you can get arrested. But if you just carry red pepper flakes around with you, and like something happens and you kind of bust it out, no one knows what's happening. Like they're kind of like,
No.
this is confusing to me, and it's always kind
hmm
of a last resort. So if they're on top of you or like something happens, you just pop a little in their eyes. Like you're not going to get in trouble. Like what the cop's going to say? What do you do? Well, we were fighting. He put red pepper flakes in my eyes, and it momentarily stunned me.
What? Yeah, I pulled a gun out on him, and then he kicked me, and I kicked him, and then I'm choking him, and then he throws red pepper flakes in my eyes. So you're both going to jail? Like that's gonna be so inconvenient too to see like here comes this pepper flake and you know what it is, but even as it's hitting you in the face and touching your eye, you're still having that moment of like, I think this is red pepper flake. Get a couple more blinks and it is red pepper flake. Oh no.
What happened to you, Hank? Man, I was beating the tar out of this guy in the kitchen, and he hit me with red pepper flakes.
He
It was terrible.
what?
Yeah, like I had him.
Oh,
I had his head over the fryer. You had someone's head over a fryer. It got bad. I'm not happy about it.
wasn't great.
I mean, wait, no, wait. I'm confused. Like you're going to learn a lot about this person during this story, Nick.
You'd have to, especially who. Well, like, what was the impetus? Was it a bit? They're being like, oh, some people have handkerchiefs on them. You know what I mean? If you got to blow your nose or do whatever, especially older fellas. The younger crowd, I don't know. I don't think anybody's doing that. They might carry some hand sanitizer with them.
Oh,
But maybe as a bit, someone's just like, yo, well, I got some red pepper flake on me. And they're like, ha ha ha, that's Craig. He's always got something goofy with them. But then one day, you know what I mean? Someone's fighting. He's got a knife on him. Not for long. Like, what did he just pull out?
no.
The air burns a little bit. This is very inconvenient.
Give me like 6 seconds.
Oh, jeez. Every time I wipe it out, I make it worse.
Don't touch your eyes. Don't touch your eyes. Well, how do I get it
too
out?
late, too late, too late. It's like that fish in SpongeBob.
It's like hot sauce, like just don't touch your eyes.
Yeah, I've made that mistake before.
That'd be a good wrestling move. Like you just put a ton in your hand and go.
Oh,
I feel like Gangrel, instead of doing his blood, just did red pepper flakes in people's eyes.
if it was Chef Goldust, he would have.
Chef Gold Dust. Where? Oh yeah, the dust. But it's ground up really fine. These red pepper flakes.
Very, very granular.
Ah,
By God, there he goes again, Chef Goldust.
his eyes are broken in half.
Mrs. Foley's baby boy is blinded.
Like no one cares that he got thrown 60 feet off a cage. Like, does he still got the flakes in there? Oh man. Just...
Hey guys, remember that time Goldust threw red pepper flake in Mankind's eyes?
And the mask like kept it in.
Yeah, it backfired on him.
What if Mankind saw it coming and blew it into Goldust's face?
I mean, that would eventually have to happen, right? At some point, I feel like there's never not been a moment where a wrestler's finishing move was used against them. It takes a couple years and they got to be at their peak, but then somebody catches them, and then that's when it's like, oh no, our hero, look at him, he is human after all.
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets them back.
Because
then he uses their special move on them, which is in this case the red pepper flake.
That's
and then
the worst when someone uses your own move on you. Like if I got rock bottomed, I don't rock bottom people. But if the Rock got rock bottom, because that's happened.
Oh yeah,
pretty sure I saw Kurt Angle do it once.
I'm not 100%, but I'm gonna believe you, just because that feels like a very Kurt Angle thing to do. From '96 to about 04, I was in it. I knew that whole world inside and out. Feels like a very Kurt Angle thing to do. He did drive a milk truck down. You know what I mean? Stone Cold had the beer truck. Kurt Angle had the milk truck.
That was horrifying for people when younger. The Attitude Era. Watching that, was like that was. If you're a young kid and you have no good role models in your life and you watch that, oh man! And I watch all the episodes. Edge, Gangrel. I worked at a theater and I like saw Macho Man, Undertaker, and all of them.
I bet that was really cool. He's oh yeah.
I never talked to any of them.
Well, from afar.
Yeah, exactly.
Sign language with him.
One time I did see Undertaker walking by, and then 30 feet behind him was about 50 people following him. Like there's a huge crowd, but they were way far away following him around. I was like, all right, that's interesting.
Hey man, he can summon fire. We don't know when and where, so we're keeping that distance.
Yeah, Undertaker went into Spencer's and got some of those fart pills. They went in the arcade and played Mortal Kombat, and he's terrible.
It was bad. He pumped like $30 in quarters in there within an hour.
And he just does Raiden back forward.
That's it. That's all he's got. It's like, Taker, there's more to it. There's more. We were cheering him on. We were cheering him on from the fry stand, 2 shops down. Taker.
Yeah, I was eating some waffle fries over at Chick-fil-A watching them. Oh man. I wanted to do these Michelin Star kitchen fight episodes with you to stay focused, but this is too fun. I love this way too much. And if everyone's listening, we spent the first 15-20 minutes making up a band.
A whole new world.
But hey, we're at it here. We're at it. Okay. So this is our second episode. We are talking about kitchen fights and we are awarding them Michelin stars. Now, when it comes to Michelin stars, you can have 0 star. They can go and be like, oh no, you're not worthy. Or they can hand out 1, 2, or 3. Their criteria is they use quality products. 1 is using quality products. 2 is mastery of flavor and cooking techniques. 3 is personality of the chef and the cuisine. 4 is value for money. And 5 is consistency of food. And today we're going to be talking about, like, seriously, like one of the greatest kitchen fights of all time. And it is between Darren McCord, aka Jean-Claude Van Damme, or Carla, the henchwoman, played by Faith Minton, a famed stunt person in the industry. Now, what's great about this is this fight, Sudden Death, first of all, is wonderful. I mean, it's a straight up spoof of Die Hard, played very seriously, many tones. It has Powers Booth just being sassy, Jean-Claude Van Damme. But the one thing, Nick, that I've always loved about Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I've studied all of his movies. I watch all of his movies to see how many splits he did. I learned that when he does more splits, his movies do better. But I also watched the final Bloodsport, and I'm pretty sure that Chong Li threw that final fight on purpose. Like, I have a whole data article about it. But what I like about JCVD is he sells, and he sells a lot in this kitchen fight.
Yes, he does. I mean, even the moments of like concern of like, oh no, where do I go next? We're going above and beyond just in the eye work alone of being like, I'm in a position, I don't know if I can survive this. What can I do? What's near me? And taking an unnecessary amount of time. Let's be honest. There's a lot of time spent looking around where the guy could easily just like quickly overpower him and get him. Right? He's holding. I mean, we're kind of jumping ahead a little, but he's holding back a guy with a knife coming at him with one hand, and he's like, oh, what's over here?
Chicken bone.
Oh, okay.
I want to make an entire movie, 80-minute movie, where you're trying to stab me, and I'm holding your arm, and I'm just looking for stuff to hit you with. I'm just reaching for a screwdriver for like 60 minutes while you're trying to stab me, and we're just chatting.
And the edit, it just goes, your eyes, your fingertips barely getting the screwdriver, your eyes, fingertips, eyes, fingertips, eyes, fingertips. And just when you're about to touch it, back to the eyes, and you're blinking, and you're like, oh no, you're sweating. And you got to pull your hand back and wipe your eyes and start over again.
And then we just sweating more and more. You're just on top. You don't even say a word for 60 minutes.
Just staring. Your face is shaking.
And we just cut back at you every. Be a pretty funny movie. Oh man, that'd be a good SNL short. That's just the whole thing.
Yeah,
this
just
5
the
minutes
fight breaks out, and it's like, dun dun dun.
Just eyes, fingertips, and like we got to do the good, the bad, and the ugly, where we keep getting closer to my eyes and fingers, and then we just zoom out again.
Yeah,
he's just right there 6 times, and then we work our way back the same way, and then we got to find different angles. Like, it's like that movie Buried. They had to have a bunch of different setups for it.
Which, by the way, worked. That movie, I saw it in theaters, and I never felt so claustrophobic watching something. I felt sometimes I'm like, breathe.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Terrifying.
Yeah, that's what we need. It's just called Stab. And then just I'm reaching for things the entire time. I love it.
I mean, and in a way, the whole movie is a reach.
Just like I might even just have it be like completely in another language too. Like you and I just speak French, but we only say like 6 words, and I'll make it black and white. There it is.
Every so often, like just as you're about to touch the screwdriver, it flashes in color. It's like, oh, it's about to happen, and then it doesn't, and it's like, no.
anytime you get close and cut me, the blood is red.
Yes. Everything else black and white.
At the end of the movie, I just have like 43 little stab marks on me. And then it just cuts. Like you don't even know what happens.
Yeah. And the critics, the reviews just come in. I haven't seen this many stabs since Kramer versus Kramer.
That'd be funny if we cut back and then someone walks up and just goes, Henry. And then that's it. Or like we're fighting on like Neptune or something.
Yeah, it's just something so ridiculous. That 80 minutes of that, well, it was only a minute in Neptune. You're on space time, baby.
Aren't they floating? I don't know. All right, so sudden death.
Choice. It's French.
This is it's a glorious fight. It takes place from 38 minutes, 38:10 to 40:20. And there's actually 2 kitchen fights in this movie. But I think we should probably focus on the first one.
I agree.
Okay. So using quality products. What are we going to say? Like, does this fight use? So we have Jean-Claude Van Damme, we have Faith Minton, we have we have Peter Hyams. He also did Time Cop, and then his son John Hyams, he did Universal Soldier: Day of Reckoning, Universal Soldier Regeneration, which are really good. He also directed like Alone, Sick. He's done some Chucky episodes. Like it's a good pedigree of action directors. What do you think? What should we give this fight like how many Michelin stars? 0, 1 through 3? Like what are the products? What do you think?
I think for me, this very much it's like an Epcot. We get a little bit of everything in this fight.
Around the world, feasting around the world.
We go all around. We go through kicks. We go through punches. We go through knives, tenderizers, cleavers, spices. We're pushing into shelves. We're knocking so much stuff over. We're attempting to use meat slicers. We're burning hands in oil and grease. We're using exhaust fans. I would never expect to see an exhaust fan used in a fight, ever. People just don't think about it. I've seen a myriad of kitchen fights. Never once was an exhaust fan attempted to be used. And we get that here. And then we wrap everything up with a dishwasher. I mean, you're around the world in 80 days. Less than that at this point, 2.5 minutes, really. But they use every single possible thing in here. And I'm such a fan.
I love the fan work in this. Like the exhaust fan. It's great. And just, you're right. Everything is like, there's even like a nut shot. And you know what? There's a fight before they get in the kitchen where he's knocking over trays, he's knocking over carts, like he's knocking over food before he even gets in there. I mean, the amount of shrimp in this scene is like absurd. I'm allergic to shellfish, so I might have died just getting rolled on that. Like, just you could tell that everyone had fun. Like, there's a scene with the beef tenderizer where I don't know what the plan is, but I guess they could have just let go of it and bonked him. But she's trying to like bop him on the head with it, and it's just silly. And then you have the red pepper flakes, like. This is a fight scene, Nick, that someone came up with. Like this blows my mind, and it makes me really happy. Like the stunt coordinator Tom Elliott, and then JCV, like the stunt coordinator was also Gary Hyams. Mark Stenofich was JCVD stunt double, and just they were like, okay, we got red pepper flakes. He's fighting a lady in a penguin outfit, and he's gonna throw it in her eyes. Like there's a sense of humor to this movie that I think some people are missing. Like there's a very funny scene where he goes, I have the most dangerous C4 in the world. Man, I put that in. That's not going to do anything. And then another guy comes up to him. I have the most dangerous C4 in the world. Like, it's a very funny movie. And I think it knows that it's funny. Like, he even goes and plays hockey and, like, makes a winning save. Like, it's insane.
Which was one of the most bonkers moments of this movie. One of, not the, but one of the most bonkers moments in this film.
The reason this movie, I think, is like Kino Lorber's doing a special release for it. The reason I think it's kind of hung around is it has a personality to it. Like this
very much does.
I know JCVD, like he's a firefighter and he goes through severe trauma when someone dies. And so he has like PTSD, he's gun shy. You know, in the 90s, you were just a wimp if that happened. Like my dad sucks. Like it's not, no, my dad has PTSD. And he becomes like a fire marshal for an entire arena, which is still a very important job.
You're still saving lives.
Yeah. My dad just just put light bulbs in.
Yeah, he replaces light bulbs.
And like his children are just obliterating him. His wife doesn't like him. Her husband's pretty cool though. That one guy, he's like, well, you going to the game? Oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So, but it's just an odd one where like in order to get his kids respect, he has to win a hockey game, kill villains, and save the day.
Yeah. And change light bulbs.
Bulbs. But I digress from the kitchen fight. So I mean, but using quality products, I know people are gonna be like, Mark, you're just giving everything 3s, but we're starting with the best. maybe we should start with one that's okay next time. But I think we got to give it threes because this one uses everything in the kitchen. And like, no one's cooking in here anymore. Everyone got kicked out, but someone had just dropped those fries. And I'm assuming maybe the guys who are the professionals, not the terrorists, they're like, oh, we're hungry. So they just drop some fries to eat. Like the dishwasher's on. Like there's meat grilling.
Yeah.
Still. It's so silly. So I'm going to say three.
I'm also going to say three, but what I'm also going to add on top of that is it's a serious three because of when they're using all of these things, they're not using it just to use them. The way the kitchen is designed and the way the fight works puts them in positions in which to use what's around them. So it's not like they're just throwing someone into a corner, running over to a different spot because they saw something they liked and then going back to it. It's no, I'm punching you. You landed over here. What's around? It's a at the end of the day, as goofy as it is, it's a true primal fight. It is, I need to fight to the death because if I don't, this other person will kill me. Like, and you can like just the intensity of when, excuse me, he falls on top of the kitchen and then the penguin, the way his arms or her arms come up and just grab him and then like jerk him around, it's serious. It's like, you watch and there's just such an intensity here and such a just relentlessness. And when you combine that with everything they're bringing in, all the punches and all of the weapons and just all the stuff that's just there, it just really, really works. And it makes for something memorable. And I think that's where we get our quality from. Is it a memorable dish? Is it a memorable fight? Yes, it is. Why? Because of the quality.
And they're chasing the gun too. So the reason like they kick the gun, well, they go to the gun. So then he goes there. So then they got to do something about, what's there. So you're right. It's not a willy-nilly kitchen fight. Like they don't just run the lettuce and throw it at him sillily.
Right.
Like it's not a silly little fight. Like they are fighting to the death. They are trying to kill each other. But it also like embraces the absurdity of it. But you also get some great kicks. And I also think, I guess we could talk about it. Well, I have another thing later for number 3, so I'm not going to bring it up. But I just think, everything, all the products involved in this, they thought about this fight. And it's just silly and it's fun. And the kitchen actually plays a major role in this because the chef gets killed. His wife gets killed. It's just a gnarly scene. So 3. We're going to say 3 for using quality products. Okay. Now, what about the mastery of flavor and cooking techniques? So maybe we can talk about the editing of this. It's not edited into oblivion. This is not a, what's the word? It's not a Born Identity-esque fight. Like they throw a couple strikes before the cut. I think they do a good job of kind of building the way they have to fight around this. Like there's a scene where he has to jump over something to get to the gunman. Like it's some interesting techniques on how to tell the stories. Like, what do you think they mastered the flavor of this scene?
This is, and I say this with no hyperbole whatsoever, it's a near masterwork in editing and foreshadowing.
Yeah.
They do a lot of really great stuff where whenever the gun gets hit, they follow, here's the gun over here. So now we know, okay, they're still looking for this gun. Then when we see the gun get kicked, we watch it. We go up on top of that cabinet and it kind of falls behind. We know, okay, no more gun. Now they're fighting to the death. When we see it looks like a randomly misplaced shot where, penguin falls and a glove falls off. We see the glove hit the fingernails. Ground. We see the hand come out. So we know, okay, there's a loose hand. And then what happens later? We get the payoff. Boom, hand goes in the grease. It all just, it's little here and there. They show this in the background. That's where the fight's heading to next. It cuts and shows a little bit of this thing here. That's what's happening next. We see the red pepper flake. We see the person's eyes inside of the costume. We go back to the flake, and that's when we realize, oh, McCord's gone and put it all together for us. We know what he's doing, and then he does it.
It shows that he's very industrious, too, which is going to come into play later when he starts nailing people with homemade fire extinguisher guns. Like, I like that this is the scene, the big scene that sort of establishes that our hero, what's good I love how JCVD sells it. Like no other actor in 95 would sell it the way he does. Like, I don't think Mel Gibson would sell this. I don't think Stallone would sell this. I don't think Schwarzenegger would sell this. I don't think Norris would do this. Like, I think maybe Keanu Reeves would do this. I don't think Wesley Snipes would sell it as much. I don't think Seagal would sell it. Like maybe Jackie Chan probably would, because that was his thing, just getting beat up and using all the props. But I think the way that JCVD does it, it's like I heard he was kind of, the Street Fighter stories are funny when he worked. He was just coked up and a maniac. But on this one, though, I kind of feel like he had the respect of the Time Cop director. They liked each other, and he sells it. And so I love that. Like, I think the technique that they used in this story and like how he sells for this lady and like making her a viable villain, and but it also establishes him as a resourceful fighter who can use pepper flakes. And like, he, what's interesting, he doesn't, when he kicks her, if I kicked you, Nick, into a dishwashing machine, I don't think I would kill you. Like, I think he jumped up on those pipes and kicked her. I don't think he thought that she would get choked to death going through that machine. Maybe he thought she would go into it, get a little hot, and then he would be able to escape. Yeah. So we're not even really setting him up as a murderer either yet. Yeah. Like, he doesn't snap her neck and make a cheeky statement. Like, he just he doesn't kill her on purpose. Like, he wins, but I don't think he tried to kill her.
It's all defensive because even when you look at, and Penguin's trying to dump his head into the grease, his hands are free. One hand pulls on the glove or the hand to pull it down to fight. He could have grabbed one of them baskets and bopped her on the head, but no, he's going for something defensive to break away. And the only reason he comes back really to the bird after it gets its head caught in the vent is because, hey, bird's got the gun again. So he runs over and stops it that way. Every little move is defensive. And I think that works really well. And you know why every little move of his is defensive? Because he is still a defensive person. He was at the height and he lost that girl, and then he kind of lost a little bit of himself and he's unsure of himself, right? This whole fight, we see what he's capable of, but he's not doing that because he's still a little unsure of himself. So he's selling it and making it in as close to a one-on-one matchup as possible. And then when he wins it, we start to see, okay, there's a little more confidence in there. There's a little more concern, because what does he do? He immediately goes to go get help. He doesn't run to go up into and figure out what's going on in that office. He's following the rules. He's like, no, I got to go get help. Let me just figure something out. Like, look, someone's dead. I didn't mean to do it, but let me show you what's going on. It's not like, all the other actors you listed where they would try to make themselves be the tough and be the bad and be like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can't mess with me. I'm too good. They would have some zingers and one-liners to say, but he is just, let me survive and get through this, get help because I want to get to my kid.
Oh, he just wants his kids.
Yeah, he just wants his kid.
Stay in your seat. And his other daughter's just up there talking smack. Yeah, I love it. That was perfect. So how many stars are we gonna give this? Mastery of flavor and cooking techniques.
I know I just waxed poetically about it. I'm at a 2. I'm not feeling a full 3 on it.
Okay, because you know what? I think if we're gonna give Raid 3, then we should probably give it a 2. I think that's fair because it's not perfect. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and he also relies a lot on
stunt doubles.
But kicks. Kicks are everywhere. It's like, we get it. Then again, you go to see a Jean-Claude Van Damme film, you're getting kicks and splits. If you go to Outback Steakhouse, you're going for steak, right? I'm not rolling up to Chick-fil-A saying, hey, let me get a burger. I know what I'm there for.
I'm not going to watch Stallone to watch him kick. I'm going to watch him punch.
Yeah, just punch the ever living out of somebody. And I'm not going to see Mel Gibson to be calm, cool, and collected. I'm going to see Mel Gibson because he's exasperated.
Yeah, just slapping himself in the face. And I think that's a good point, because what's interesting too is that what they could have played with more is a packed kitchen isn't a great place for kicking. The kitchen ain't a great place for kicking. Well, so I mean, I haven't kicked many people in kitchens before, so I'm not really an expert. But I'd imagine the floor's slippery.
Oh, he doesn't have. There's no way it's not.
He doesn't have good shoes on, right? He's not you wear special shoes when you work in a kitchen.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, let's give it a 2. I like that. Now, personality of the chef in the cuisine. So, what do we think? Like, this is JCVD at his pomp. Like, this is his biggest, most expensive movie. So I know that there's other I know that the directors are part of this and everything, but I think we should talk about JCVD if we're going to talk about the personality of the chef in the kitchen. What do you think?
I think it works.
Okay.
Because his character and the characters that he plays, they're really not ones to be taunting during a fight. They're not really ones that are like talking you up. They're just in there. It's like we talked about a while ago on Manhunter. It's a capable person being capable. Yeah. It's a guy being like, I know what my abilities are. I know what I'm going to try to do. And here's me trying to accomplish that. And he's able to do that. He is able to get away from the person, albeit, probably not the way he wanted it to go, because he's in the thing of saving lives, right? Firemen save lives. Firemen don't go killing, I mean, they kill fire, sure, but they don't go killing people. So obviously he's not trying to kill somebody here. He's trying to survive. He's trying to get out and get help in order to help others. And that shines through, I think, very well in the fight. It shines through with him as a character. And then again, we know it's Jean-Claude, so we know we're going to get some kicks, and we get some quality kicks. You know what I mean? When he jumps up and grabs onto the conduit that's housing assumedly all that water for fire safety sprinklers, boom. And he knows that he's like, okay, this can handle my weight because I'm used to being around these systems. I know what, weight percentages and grosses are. I'm good. And he uses that to his advantage.
He really does. Mm-hmm. And you know what's interesting about this fight too is, if we're going to talk about the personality of the chef, he got his start in movies like Bloodsport and Kickboxer, where the big fight, I know this isn't, I'm going to call this one the big fight because he has some big fights, but I just love this one. So he starts off a lot of his fights losing and losing and losing and losing. And then he comes back and just destroys people. What I like about this is it has like things switch back and forth multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, I like that about it. It's kind of a seesaw type fight, just up and down and up and down and up and down. And I think that's kind of nice because this fight's crazy. Like, this fight, he's fighting a lady in a penguin outfit to the death in a kitchen, and he puts pepper in her eyes. That's crazy. But also too, pardon me if I butcher his names, but Peter Hyams, he did Outland, which is really good. I mean, he did Time Cop. He did what's the jacked Billy Crystal? Oh, Running Scared. Like, he did a great job with that. He did The Relic. End of Days he directed. He also did Enemies Closer with JCVD. But I think he makes some very kind of classy action movies. Like Time Cop. If you watch Time Cop again, it's very moody. Like, his movies are much moodier than you would expect. And he does a lot of the shooting himself. So I think if we're going to talk about his personality as well, it's a weird one because this fight could be very, 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 very silly.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not.
No. It toes the line. It works. It toes a very, very fine line. At any extra bonk, I think if they were to grab some kind of food prep material, if he would have gotten out, a slicer that you would use to slice carrots or potatoes or something and just started slicing on his hand, if it would have grabbed one extra thing, I think then we would have entered the realm of being goofy and Billy being silly and being true parody. Mm-hmm. But we get it just right. It's just in a fight, and it's a 2.5 minute fight, roughly 2.5 minutes. So it's nice and condensed. It's not over long. We're not spending too much time in one section or another. It's, knocking all this out. And then, okay, catch our breath, and then we go to the next thing.
And it's not a long fight, but every time I look at how long it is, I have to do a double take because it feels like a 4 or 5 minute fight. It's a 2-minute fight.
Yeah, it's a healthy fight. And I think it's to your point, though, because it's back and forth and back and forth. It's not, okay, all the momentum is in Jean-Claude's corner. Okay, all the momentum is in the Penguin's corner, and back and forth like that. It's just an immediate back and forth. It's ping pong, right? It's not football. To where one guy's just really, really down, and then one false move, one trick play, boom, he's got it. They're just back and back and back and back, and then finally, boom, I have the exact corner of the table. The ball hits it, goes in the opposite direction. You dove in the other, and now you're dead.
Yeah, you got the red pepper in your eyes.
You got the red pepper shot. Boom.
So what's the personality of the chef and the cuisine in this? I mean, JCVD sells, right? Mm-hmm. So he sells, which is important. I think he wants, and if we think about most of his movies, except when he plays a villain, obviously, but he plays a very good guy. Like in Bloodsport, he's a good guy. Yeah. In Kickboxer, he's a good guy. Mm-hmm. In Street Fighter, he's a good guy. In Time Cop, he's kind of sassy, but he's a good guy. Mm-hmm. The Quest, he's kind of a rogue, but he's a good guy. So we have a good guy who sells and a kind of a classy kitchen fight that should be really silly. So what do you how many stars should we give it?
I'm feeling a 2. It's a really solid one. I don't know what would propel it to a 3, but when we have the conversation, when we talk about it, it doesn't immediately jump as a 3.
No. I mean, like the Raid 2 fight jumps as a 3 because it's an all-timer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And this is just, it's right there. I mean, it's right on the money. But I couldn't even put my finger on it yet because I've thought about it, but there's nothing jumping out at me like, you know what, if it only had this, that's the three. There's just, it's ready to be that, but there's just one thing missing. But I couldn't, I'll probably figure it out at some point as we go, but in the moment,
I'm happy with the two. I am.
Yeah.
I okay, but I think let's go to value for money. So people in 95 sitting down to watch this movie, I can 100% guarantee that they were not ready for this scene.
Mm-mm.
So I think you're like, I'm going to go watch this knockoff Die Hard movie. And then there's a kitchen fight between JCVD and a penguin. So you're sitting in the theater to watch this, and you have this 30 minutes into your movie, 38 minutes into your movie, not even halfway into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good value for your money, because I don't know. I think there's just something about this fight scene that's just really funny. Like, it's very funny. It's well done. And I think for a movie like this, to put this much thought into a kitchen fight, which really isn't that important in the overall dynamics of the film, it's pretty great. So what do you think about the value for money on this?
I think the value is huge because Raid 2, I mean, we know that it's kind of it's not the fight, but it's, God, I don't even say it's a pinnacle of the movie. But anyway, the kitchen fight happens at the end of the film. And like you said, this one, we get it up front. You know what I mean? Some things are the set piece. Some things are the pinnacle. A helicopter explosion, for example, 9 times out of 10, it's in the end of the film, like the last 10, 15 minutes, maybe. One. Like in this one. So a kitchen fight, you also expect it more towards the middle, more towards the back. But to get it kind of bulked up in that first third, it's surprising because there's also a lot of other stuff they got to put in there. Like he's got to run around and defuse bombs. He has to play a couple minutes of hockey. He has to. This movie's insane.
Yeah, he has to take C4 out. Like there's even a late twist of a double agent in there. There's a lot to this movie.
There's a lot happening, and also a lot of weirdly beautiful shots. Like when we get the reveal of the double agent, the way it's framed, and like those guys in the hockey game in the background. I'm watching this. I'm like, man, this is like Michael Mann would do something like this. Like this is really, really nice.
You know what's funny? There's a wide shot when the penguin has JCVD at like the beef cutter.
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeously framed.
Yeah, it's visually really well done. So for it to be so tonally all over the place, it's confusing at times because it's like, oh man, this is okay. Am I supposed to laugh here, or is this is this intentional? What is this? And then we shift over to it, but it's just to have this up front truly tells you don't know what's going to happen in this film. Mm-hmm. Like you have no clue. You could predict, make a guess at 3 things that are going to happen, and you're not going to get any of them.
The exhaust fan, the pepper, like
exactly.
This is an odd. I love sudden death, but it definitely feels like an hour and 50 minutes because there's no like it. It's an odd one, but I love that you said that. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, and it has a lot of personality. Mm-hmm. So I think this movie, Sudden Death, was never going to be Die Hard. Was never going to be a action classic. No one making this film was like, we have the next Hard Boiled on our hands. Like, no one thought that. Mm-mm. So the fact that they went in and just made moments that you're sitting in a theater and going, well, that looks good. That's a great kitchen fight. Did he just save a hockey shot? Like it's and Powers Booth is funny. The thing with the igniter and it's a lighter.
He is so good in this movie, dude.
Like,
it bummed me out.
I'm gonna say it. I think value for money.
You want to say it, and I'm right behind you.
3.
Yeah, I'm backing you up with a 3 on that for sure.
Because
for sure.
How many action films have we watched that you just don't even think about the next day? This movie's been in my brain for a very long time. And that's a testament to it. It's one of those movies where people are like, no, guys, this is fun. Like, this is a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's
when we were kicking around this idea, this was like the second, maybe the first or second film you brought up. You were like, oh, well, of course we got to have a sudden death. And I'm like, hell yeah, we do. Come to find out, I was thinking of a different film this whole time, but that was.
Were you thinking about the Clint Eastwood movie?
You know what? No, I wasn't thinking about that either. No.
Sudden death is such a generic name, but it's perfect because it's hockey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you got 104-degree temperature? Yeah, coach. Oh man, like
I don't feel good. Okay, bye. That's not how that
yeah.
conversation would go.
Hey, nice hat. No, it's just ridiculous. All right, so last but not least, consistency of food. So, like, this isn't just one bite that's good. Like, every bite has to be good, right? The consistency has to be good. Sometimes when you grill a beautiful piece of salmon, if the middle's fat, the ends are skinny, you have to really sort of maneuver it around to not make sure that one's overcooked and one's still
Right.
raw. Like you have to keep the consistency throughout. So what do you think the consistency of this fight is?
I think this is an incredibly consistent fight.
Yeah.
If we look at the number of shots going on, it's not too many edits. It's not, oh, we could have used some edits here or changing up the pace. It paced very well. Again, like you said, you got to double check the time. Only 2.5-ish minutes. A lot happening. We've talked about the editing and how, it's foreshadowing things. We don't spend too much time on one character versus the other. The momentum is back and forth like a ping pong game. I think this is a very consistent film because it's not like, the Penguins beating him and beating him and beating him and beating him and beating him. And then finally, oh, he just gets a lucky uppercut and then a spinning back kick and then kicks him into an oven or something. And then spin kick turns that on. No, it is an evenly matched back and forth, back and forth. And it's just, hey, you know what? Bang. And it just so happened that that's the shot that took him out. It's not like he planned it in his head, like, I'm going to nail him here. I'm going to get him there. It's bang. I got him. Oh, no. Because he doesn't even keep going. If in any other situation in this fight, he keeps going after him. But when he realizes what's happened, he kind of backs up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think just that all that momentum and energy is just, it's consistent and it carries the whole time. There's no real peaks and valleys with this fight. It's once we start, we get up a little bit more, but then we reach that 100 very quickly and we ride it until that last kick right into the dishwasher.
And like you said, the initial, when he sees the gun, it's her shadow. And then when they work into fight, you have the glove coming off and you see the nails. And then you see like her eyes, then they catch the pepper. And then you get a wide shot where he jumps on, grabs to the pipe and kicks her into the dishwashing machine. Like they do a really almost too good of a job of selling each, like the geography of this fight, but I also think it's silly throughout because that desk that she pushed him on is so loaded with shrimp. Like, and then there's meat cooking, and it's I think, but it never veers into this is crazy and silly. So all throughout it is consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
yeah,
so
beginning to end.
What are we gonna give it?
I'd give it a 3 in consistency. And if I can be honest, I think it even gets a little bit of a bump in that from when we have the kind of a quasi part 2, an epilogue, if you will. But I look at it as, hey, when you go to a restaurant and you order appetizer and then your entree, this is a situation where we got the entree first and then the appetizer second.
Yeah, or dessert.
Yes.
No, but you think this is the appetizer. No, that makes sense.
I feel like it's more of an appetizer because we're ramping up, we're getting information out of him and seeing like how far is this guy willing to go to help his daughter versus we already know what he's capable of doing. And it's kind of a come down from that. You know what I mean?
That's a great, I love that the dry ice burn, like there's burning sounds when the guy's face.
And then even threw me too. I'm like, what's he burn? Oh, it's dry ice. And then a really fantastic, we talked about the beauty of the film earlier, just that moment of, he's like, yeah, there was a penguin. Oh, we'll page it too. As soon as he turns around, we've got clear, perfect shot of McCord in the back. There's that guard he's talking to. He's now kind of distorted a little bit. And he's like, oh yeah, didn't you say her name was Carla? There I go. And it's that moment where it's like, your eyes just get wide, like, oh no, like he's one of them. Oh, we know he's one of them, but now he's finding out he's one of them. And it's so beautifully done in that moment. You could put that in any other film. We've seen that moment in a myriad of films. And it's still that same, like, oh, just a slight, just a slight chill coming through.
That Tui, he does a good job, the actor, during that role. And, I like also too that, JCVD tortures the guy. He's smacking his face on, and the guy's being sassy throughout. And then, I love that JCVD isn't experienced enough to get a knife pulled on him. And the one downfall of this is he just breaks a bone easily, then stabs it into a guy's neck. That's one of those where you're like, is this a comedy?
Yeah.
But it's still hilarious. And I did some math. Okay, I'm gonna run some math from you. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay. So the first period ends at 32:55 in the film, and there's a 20-minute break. No,
Right.
18-minute break. Each intermission lasts 18 minutes during NHL games.
I thought it was 20. Really? It's 18?
So yeah, and it could be 20. So either way, 18 or 20.
Either way.
So let's see. You know what? Let's type it in. 1995. This will help my math. 19 because I typed it 1995.
It might have been in
NHL
95. They might have changed it later.
Intermission time. Let's see. NHL, all 20-minute periods of stop time separated by 10-minute intermissions. Intermission periods between 1 and 3 are 18 minutes. So that's what let's just say it's 18 minutes.
That works for me.
But just depending on the game.
Mm-hmm.
So 18 minutes. So this is what I figured out. The period ends at 32:55. 7 minutes. You have to do several minutes to get the Zamboni out. By the time that you see it at 34 minutes, everyone's working on it, right? So the fight starts at 38 minutes and it ends at 40:20. At 40:37, he goes to hunt the person down. Now, at 40:23, the second period starts. And then at 41:27, Powers Booth gets the call. At 42:58, it's 16 minutes. So 4 minutes of the second half has gone by. So at 43 minutes, when he comes back with the guard who asks about the 7-foot penguin, the kitchen is clean, completely clean after the entire fight scene that trashed the entire kitchen. So that means it took 3 minutes. So Jean-Claude Van Damme went running to go find somebody. So he goes to hunt somebody down at 40:37. So when he gets back at like 43 minutes, it took 3 minutes for a pit stop crew to come in there, remove the body and clean all the glass shards, all the bowl shards, all the food, and to mop and clean every surface in 3 minutes.
So I'm so speechless right now because I never realized that you're right. He does come back and the kitchen's clean. The penguin was gone, so I assumed that somebody grabbed, but it never dawned on me that kitchen's been kitchen's been cleaned up.
So yeah, he leaves the fight. So when he leaves the fight at 40 minutes and 37 seconds, the second period starts at 6 seconds later. So you see, second period starts, and that's 20 minutes. So then when it cuts down to it later, 16 minutes, that means like 4 minutes have gone by, and then he comes back at 40. So it's just crazy. I love so much that it took like 3 minutes to clean the kitchen.
Well, Powers Booth must have very efficient crews because he's an efficient guy. When he's killing people, it's not just like playing around. He's just like, you're done, you're done, you're done. Who's next? You know what? You're done. He's done. And it's just like, whoa. He is not one of those like, haha, grandiose. Here's my plan, blah, blah, blah. Just like, no, dead. You're gonna die soon. You're gonna die soon. It is absolutely terrifying. Like, this dude is ruthless.
Oh man! And they got all the bodies in the Zamboni. They aim the Zamboni perfectly. That part
too. Like,
so I know my math might have confused a lot of people, but just know that it took about 3 to 4 minutes for the entire pit stop crew to clean everything out, because he had to go running, grab a guy, come back. That's about 3 to 4 minutes based on the time of the clock and when the fight ended and when he brought the guy in there. That's how many? 14 people? Everything's clean.
Yeah.
Did they push everything underneath?
I mean, unless they just did one of those quick, like everybody pushes they open up a closet or they open up a meat locker or something, just shove it all in there, hurry up and close the door. Like cleaning it as a kid. Like, let me just throw it all in the closet really quick and close the door. And you push and push on that door and then you hear it click and you're like, okay, I'm safe. Here, honey, I'll put it away, Mom. Thank you.
He opens the door later and it's just like everything falls out.
Avalanche and they get lost.
But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what you think. Do you how do you feel about that quick cleanup?
I mean, you're blowing my mind. That plain and simple, you're blowing my mind about it because I mean, like the guy said, they have people everywhere. So just because we've only seen, you know what I mean? We've seen them take out some of the security guards and swap uniforms and swap badges. But just because we've seen doesn't mean that we know everybody that's involved. And if they got a bunch of other people on the take, they might just come through and clean up that kitchen real quick and then keep going.
And there's no way it could have been longer because that fight ends when the second period starts. And then you see it later and it's like 16 minutes. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's, so 3 to 4 minutes to clean it all. The way I did the math, though, I felt really good about 3 minutes because they were out of the kitchen when he showed up. And they didn't immediately get into the kitchen. Like, one guy got in the kitchen, was like, oh no,
Yeah.
calls all his buddies, they all have to run to it. So yeah, I'd say like a full-on 3-minute push is what
And they got to turn the lights off.
Maybe when he found the guard, Chewie, he could have, like, someone was next to him and went, we got to get in that kitchen and clean it up. Or they could have just ran him in there and killed him.
Interesting.
And this, like, if all those guys just waited there for him to come back,
that's it. He's done.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about that on the next episode. That just blew my mind. But hey, so right now where we're at, this fight, we have awarded it 2.6 out of 3 stars for Michelin ratings. The Raid 2 got 2.8 out of 3, which feels right.
Yeah.
You can't give this more than the Raid.
I really don't. It would have. It's going to be tough. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's going to be tough.
And we started with some pretty good ones, so we might have to like pick a funkier one next time. But
and who knows? Maybe we'll get really crazy and we'll pick a kitchen fight that's like an emotional back and forth between a husband and wife whose marriage is falling apart.
Like Kramer versus Kramer.
There you go. It might be some emotional jabs and punches, and not necessarily physical ones.
Oh man, like Revolutionary Road. I bet that one's got a kitchen fight.
I mean, it's a movie.
Let's watch people go to the suburbs and yell at each other.
Yay!
I'm miserable. I didn't want to move here.
Jack and Rose, what are you doing? Please,
what do you want from me? Like,
please don't do this.
Hey, let's take this couple, the most romantic movie of all time, and then just make them horrifyingly miserable.
Yeah, like they might as well have just said, "Hey, do you guys want to do a remake of Blue Valentine? Oh, we're just gonna do Revolutionary Road instead."
Daddy, just mommy, oh man, what a movie! But it looks great. That's one of those movies where you watch it and you're like, "Why'd you do this?"
Yeah, you're bumming me out.
Like I get that art's great, but sometimes you watch this like, so I feel like a $100,000 indie film doesn't have to be for anybody. It can be a fun experiment. But when you make Revolutionary Road, you're kind of like, yeah, sure. Like Roger Deakins makes a beautiful film. It's Sam Mendes. Like they're just yelling at each other. Everyone's miserable. Like who is this for?
I don't know. It's if I'm an actor, you send me the script, I'm going to be like, man, this is really well written. I'm good.
I don't want to yell at Kate Winslet for a year.
No, I don't want to. Oh, I'm sorry, for a year.
No, I don't know.
I was going to say, if it took a year to make that film, oh my.
What's that movie where